Take his time, wait for the flash to peek on through. Spots out one player, but he falls back to save. The site has been taken over, and I think ENCE are very happy with going for the 5-man retake.
Oh, Lyngby Vikings, they have too much space here because they've already nestled themselves close to Graffiti. raalz, he's been picked up. Ooh. Doto is out of commission. Spinx, he almost had the lineup there because he was peeking over the smoke, but that's so many shots being missed, and that is the opportunity being dropped. 4-on-2, the terrorists. Now they've got good control over the CTs, but Spinx...
But it's a good start from the T side to get them started off nicely. As
I want to see what kind of play they want to go for here. They want to push around the smoke of the CTs. Spinx, he gets an opportunity here. The first deagle kill will pop off. Can he go for a second? Yes, he does, but a third will not connect. That is toilets being taken control of by the CT side. The terrorists now feeling a lot of pressure because it's a 3v4. The nade connects, and birdfromsky is within one-shot territory. He's going to be taken away despite the flashbang, and now they're feeling a lot of pressure. Hades manages to get a shot in before he goes down. raalz 1v3, but he cannot find ahead. ENCE immediately
across the board that we'll be having a look at, and quite likely to be a taster of how things will ensue. Hades with AWP puts it at us against birdfromsky. Do they expect another follow-up though from Spinx here? Snappi does get killed off on the upper park, and Spinx will catch them off guard. raalz gets the kill. Kristou quick to react on it. 3v3 as Lyngby Vikings may look to challenge the B site as well.
It has come down to the 3v3, but look at how ENCE is positioned for this. That's a freebie coming right up, but the trigger discipline will be maintained. Oh, he's almost missed a shot on maNkz. That could have gone south hill, but it doesn't. South? Downhill? South hill? Okay.
It works, I guess.
Making up new words in the process, but Lyngby Vikings, they want to make new avenues as this comes through.
Doto, reload coming through, and it might not be the right timing. Gives away the sound cue, runs away. Flash out, maybe to assist one of his teammates to push on forwards, but instead, Kristou crashes. The bomb is now dropped into water, and dycha is there to perform as well.
For a faster style of play, it does seem to be the case because they're moving up short. Hades might be caught with his pants down because he's out in the open, doesn't get a chance to fire off a shot, and it's maNkz.
Close in on him. Might be a bright and shiny and sunny day. They can shortly feel the pressure being unfolding onto them, keeping the players onto the B site. Really good distraction coming in from maNkz, and Spinx has to deal with this all by himself. Already caught on rotation, but he gets 2 kills in the process. Smoke out, giving him some extra space. No way. Peeks out again. Connection onto the head, and Daffu has to fall. Down to Kristou. How does Spinx turn the tide of the game like this? He's not supposed to do that. Oh dear, Kristou now is all by himself, has to deal with 2 players. Spots out one, quick to react on the trigger. Now 2 kills up to his name, and he's got the bomb available for him. dycha, what can you do with this? Smoke out, coming out from Kristou as he does touch the bomb, goes for it. Oh, spots him, spring out, Kristou, that was insane. 3 kills to his name, and gifts this round to Lyngby Vikings.
What a round, it almost went.
But he's checking this corner out from Lyngby. Actually, yes, there is 1 player. Having a look at this area, I believe that is maNkz. Spinx, has he been spotted? Ooh, 1 kill. He'll take that. Rifle picked up. Khalil at hand for Hades. Snappi. Not quite snapping onto his opponent's head from that angle. Definitely difficult when you've got stairs to walk upon. Not every day you try and choose this situation, but ENCE's fall by not quite working out for them. They went for the force. They've got 1 number in their favor, but they need to carry things forward. Flash out. dycha looking to move out of that. Spinx delivering with that MP9 swings, but raalz is there to deliver. 3v4, and now Snappi and Doto need to be careful of their backline as it is being challenged. They want to push simultaneously, so this is going to be a really difficult situation for them. Peeking through, putting that maNkz to quick use. They need to start getting onto the bomb to cause pressure onto the side of Lyngby, but it doesn't look like doing that. Flash coming out, has to move out of position. Spinx aggressive forwards using that MP9, draws out the pistol, wants to finish her, finds it. Do they touch the bomb? Headshot connects from Spinx. That could be the round for ENCE, but they've ran out of time, so Lyngby Vikings, they're going to...
Oh, look at this push coming in from Lyngby Vikings. They want to move right in, Pavlos.
They do indeed. Snappi's there with the spray down. It's simple stuff.
Unfortunately for them, the A1S just reigns supreme. Lyngby Vikings, they haven't been able to get even a scratch in on ENCE. Maybe Spinx has more than a scratch, even a dent perhaps, but in the grand scheme of things, we know how these player models are. They can have only a functional pinky and still work just fine.
You spend quite a lot of time on B-hop, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but Spinx, he's in a really difficult angle here. Delivers with a 1 shot. Ooh, surprisingly enough, Kristou misses that shot. It should have been simple. He should have expected it, but no. Under pressure, he misses. And ENCE, they'll like that because that's 2 kills freely under their belts. maNkz, though, tries to bring things to a more equal standpoint. Denied by Doto, as he himself has to fall. Challenged again. Oh, this is looking strong from ENCE, man. They're looking really, really good. Lyngby Vikings struggling to counterplay them any sort of position. Pistol at hand, Doto shuts birdfromsky as they get that early numbers advantage now. The A site is under attack. Spinx, he's going for a quick rotation, but Hades gets knocked out of this round by raalz putting a head, well, putting a bullet through his head. maNkz as well. How the table has turned. And now the A site is completely breached by Lyngby Vikings. 3v4, they've even got the numbers to tell for it.
Okay, but they've taken out the AWP player. That makes things significantly easier heading on to the bomb site. dycha spots ahead, takes one out. Daffu, he can hold on to his horses for long enough, but Doto, he's got the prime position for a 1v2. Makes it one duel remaining. He has isolated maNkz, but he still needs to find him. Doto looking for every single angle. He's finding himself in between a rock and a hard place, and maNkz will find his head instead. I'm
surprised the second player from the Lyngby Vikings hasn't positioned towards the A site as well, because birdfromsky jumped up and he saw them crossing now towards connector, but now he'll be challenged by dycha, finds one shot. Oh, the flash! That hurts! ENCE more than it really helped out. That could have been the closer for dycha, but crisis averted as Spinx puts a bullet straight through his skull. Snappi now, he's on the rotate duty, but quickly falls. 3 against 3, Lyngby Vikings, they're eager to get onto this site as quickly as possible. Spinx holding out a really close angle, not quite sure if he'd be spotted out. maNkz delivering, Kristou as well. dycha, he's the only player standing. ENCE completely slaughtered as raalz is able to find the last frag, giving Lyngby Vikings the pissed around and a potential gap closer that they very much would like.
A bit surprised that Lyngby Vikings come out. raalz, he's gotten a fair bit of damage in already. ENCE, they want to do this the old-fashioned way. Not too many flashes, nothing. Kristou, he's actually managed to find himself a little one-way smoke to work for himself. Lyngby Vikings, they don't seem to have much of a chance here, but Kristou, because he's used that one-way smoke, he's able to get a free frag. But he gets caught in the back. Snappi makes it so expensive. dycha with a quick 2-man spray down. But
let this round go. Give ENCE the advantage, perhaps get themselves a 12. But no, they go for the boost play, looking for that initial damage. But it looks like Hades is the one to come out on top.
Look at Spinx's position if he chases them down. Oh no, that doesn't work out, but Snappi, he's been caught with a Molotov. That's a free kill. birdfromsky capitalizes with his deagle, and at least they've kept the numbers close, but this is a big risk from Lyngby Vikings, Pavlos, because if they've bought up entirely, that means that ENCE will be allowed to move on to 13, perhaps even 14, without much of a contest. This is too much of an investment. ENCE, there's not much that the CT side can do in this instance, and that will be evidenced by the idea that
as the defense lineup of Lyngby Vikings has to be polarized across the map, they'll soon realize that it is the A site that they're going for, since birdfromsky hasn't spotted out a single player towards the short side. dycha, though, will quickly deal with Daffu, and considering that ENCE has still got 4 players alive remaining, I've got the idea that birdfromsky will look for a weapon to play with. Not quite sure what sort of weapon Snappi had initially, because I remember he only fell with a Molotov at hand, so I don't...
You can see how nervous Lyngby Vikings.
Seems like they're wary of this angle. It's injury thrown out. Oh, it's really strong, and they might delay it in time. Doto does line one shot through the smoke and actually works out for him. Snappi turns around and realizes maNkz is there and waiting. Goodbye, good sir. But Daffu, how quick can he be on the rotation? Already finding one, looking for the second one as they cross through. He's successful in finding it. Bomb goes down, but needs to get himself on site. Doto will punish getting 2 kills to his name so far. raalz shutting him down before more damage is inflicted, but Hades is there. Shot found, and ENCE, they've got double the amount.
2 positions. Maybe the backup can come in from connector, but I don't think it can come in soon because Kristou, he's already out. That's the first frag for ENCE. That's the entry, and that could potentially be the A bomb site. And to top it all off, that's the cherry being delivered by dycha.
Special delivery. Here comes the cherry. Imagine having just like one delivery van come to your door and he's holding a cherry in his hands. Here you go. That's to put on the icing. Daffu, though, he's got a job on ahead of him. maNkz looking to shut things down. HE grenade, you would have thought this was the beginning of the end for ENCE, but no. Lyngby Vikings still holding strong, especially considering they've got all three players of the defense onto the side of the map. Now pushing through. Spinx, flash is perfect. Snappi able to catch one off guard, but it's still a 1-for-1 trade. Daffu repositioning, finding one more kill. Down to a 2-on-2. Both players of the ENCE side are low, and the same thing could be said about birdfromsky. Snappi waiting for the molly to dissipate as he looks to trade his position. Misses out on the headshot, which means that Daffu can recapitalize on that angle. Oh dear, Doto. They line up, spray down, but Daffu, another bullet.
Fair shot at fighting for 15. Kristou almost found a head there, and he will try to facilitate a teammate in taking away the duel, but switching over to the USB, that doesn't work out in his favor, surprisingly.
You know, what they will soon realize, though, that wasn't previously within their realms of knowledge, is that the A site is barren. Empty of any counter-terrorists. Nowhere near its site. Lyngby Vikings. This is a really strong showing from ENCE here. And Spinx might want to challenge their weapons as well. Look at that. It's just killing off all these weapons would be a massive thing for ENCE, because Lyngby Vikings, they will have nothing left for the next round.
Yeah, I was going to mention, Pavlos, you might think that you're getting ahead of yourself, almost saying serious point, but because of how dominant ENCE have been on Lyngby Vikings' map pick from the T side. 3 players towards playground, 1 contesting short. And a nade will fly out. That is already ENCE getting the opening frag. The second information has been spotted too, so this is already becoming very tricky. And I think dycha may have spotted a barrel as well here on long. Yes, he does. Finds the headshot, and that is it. It's already a 3v5, a minute and 20 seconds into the game, and Doto, being this close around the corner, he actually ends up giving an opportunity for maNkz to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, might not be it just yet. Lyngby Vikings holding on to a thread. But at least there exists one they can hold on to. Again, the A site to be approached for yet another time. Lyngby Vikings, though, instead of going for the full B stack dedication. Hades, ooh, that is Kristou out of the equation. Goodbye, good sir. I think ENCE, they're well on their road to close out this map. They look dominating so far. The CT side looks stronger, but the T side of theirs
Look at Hades' position.
looks a lot better. Oh yeah, and you're looking at Hades as well. He's coming in with a backstab, but it might not even come to it because Snappi is too quick. Gets caught off guard with a flash at hand. But it looks like maNkz is anticipating something from behind. The bomb is planted for Hades as well. So, ooh, touched. Hades. AWP shot comes through. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That number 1 goes to the side of ENCE. We'll be seeing you right up. Keen to see if Lyngby Vikings can bounce back after that 1 map deficit. Definitely will look to be favored when it comes to Nuke, but Hades does take Daffu to his own command. birdfromsky as well chimes in fairly quickly, but Lyngby Vikings quickly make their way onto the A site, planting the bomb, but ENCE don't take any time to sort of gather now onto the site with Doto getting the first shot in. But for us, how does this next part commence? Because Doto, he's holding down his ground. 2 kills going one after the other. Oh, just in a matter of seconds, he flies through kills. And all of a sudden, it's all back to Kristou. And there's nothing much he can do apart from getting 2 kills. How is that even possible? And now he needs to find 2 more. He doesn't have time. He doesn't have a kit. But he will touch the bomb. Make sure he lures the 2 players out of position. But Spinx will be able to use that to your advantage. Spinx, challenge. 2 points of health. But they're going to push on through either way.
Yeah, there should be a spray down because ENCE, they're not being allowed any opportunity whatsoever. Hades and dycha, they might have made it a bit more doable, but Hades only gets away with 1.
He does indeed. He's all by himself at this point. Taken out of his misery by
Go for the chase, but he can't be too quick on this. ENCE, this could be busting the A site wide open if he gets it, and Daffu has fallen. This should be the information being relayed if he'd like to. Flashbang comes out, anticipating somebody coming in from outside, and he does. Kristou, he's quickly reclaimed all ground that was previously lost on the A side, and ENCE, within 30 seconds, they've got to pull up some huge numbers. Hades puts raalz in the grave, but he's got a lot more to do. Wants to head down ramp. There's still a line of defense available. birdfromsky, he can easily get the lineup. That's all he's got to do. Spinx, he will deny the kill, and with only 15 seconds, they might still have just the time to go for the bomb plant, but hold that thought, because there's one more line of defense that they haven't accounted for. It's maNkz, right behind the door, ready and waiting, takes the bomb out of his hands. Spinx has the opportunity, and he actually gets it in the last few seconds. ENCE, he's going to have to hold the line down all by himself. birdfromsky, now he's actually joined the battle, so they've got 2 players to deal with. raalz is in the moment as well, the AWP to help out, and in the nick of time, all reinforcements, all scrubs are on deck. Spinx can't really replicate his previous successes.
And considering that they're able to save an AWP and 3 rifles to the next round is really important for them as well.
Out in their favor. The Tech 9s, they can never be underestimated, regardless of the level of gameplay you're looking at. They can always work out in your favor. Not too much damage comes out outside. It's actually Doto who ends up picking up an AWP because Kristou, he's been overpowered.
raalz, he's the only man holding this lineup here into the control room. They don't challenge him, which means that he can still be the saving grace for Lyngby Vikings by the time. Ooh, dycha notices him, connects the headshots. dycha, you are insane. Draws out the pistol in time to save his life and permit the bomb plant to come across. He may have just saved
Lyngby Vikings. The reason I say that is because birdfromsky and Daffu can get away with weapons.
Kristou really anticipating a push to come out from the ENCE side. Aggression to be expected, really, but only one cross to come out. dycha does manage to make his way across. Kristou does find that 1 kill in the process, so still, Lyngby Vikings seem to be under control of the situation. dycha pushes through. It's all a matter of timing. Kristou, though, spots him! Oh, the timing just works out in Kristou's favor, but doto.
They know. They just have to win out aim duels.
They absolutely do. birdfromsky mollied out for the time being, and the flash will have to work himself into this point. Daffu and birdfromsky, they hold their lines in a substantial fashion, successful fashion, if you will. Snappi, though, he's got a big job to do with no time remaining. maNkz comes in from below. I think they found themselves into a pickle. birdfromsky actually going for the backstab here, but Spinx is there and waiting. maNkz wins out on the trade onto the site. Doto doesn't find any access, but instead, the A site is given to them. maNkz can't do too much. Hades greets him with bullets. Spinx takes a nay through the behinds, and now the incendiary will be the icing on the cake. birdfromsky, as he lures him out, is able to shut him down with some bullets, but Daffu chimes a bullet straight through Hades' head. Down to 2 versus 3 as the cavalry looks to push on forwards, looks to challenge this take, but the lineup is looking strong. Snappi doing substantial amount of damage, but it's all up on the back of dycha. Can he hold his ground? 1 player's low, needs to find the headshot onto Daffu, succeeds in doing so. Flash out, he bought the time necessary. Flash is perfect, finds a finishing blow as well. They absolutely can. Snappi looking to push through. Daffu holding down his line with a fan mash. Ooh, lets him walk past him. dycha checks the corner, but still has to fall. The bomb has been dropped, and Lyngby Vikings could try and get themselves onto this position and shut them down as soon as possible. In between the smokes, birdfromsky will emerge victorious, coming through, but Spinx from the top of silo does manage to deal with the situation, putting ENCE back into the driver's seat. Oh, it could have gotten way more difficult than it actually did commence, but ENCE able to come out victorious in the end. Kristou, though, is still being a menace, and it's still a 2v2 situation, and with time for Lyngby Vikings to get some AK-47s for them.
Oh, Kristou, those 2 missed shots might have been crucial. Spinx, he's made such a good case for saving the round here as he takes down Kristou. And Hades, he'll be...
ENCE's outcome in this matchup. In this round in particular as well. birdfromsky may want to challenge that. He may want to be the man to spoil the profits. Smoke dissipates, and he finds some extra damage with the AK-47. He's been able to recover.
Yeah, birdfromsky might have just salvaged it, but Spinx, he's being a menace over on the B-bomb site. Another bullet in the head of Hades. That does mean that Spinx is left all alone. You do see him quite often being left alone, and that might be because he's sort of...
And if they're given the chance, they will do so.
That's already an opening kill from dycha. Daffu giving up his information. That does mean he's an easy pickup for the terrorist side. birdfromsky coming in from garage. A Molotov doesn't actually work out for them, so dycha's gonna have to be extra aware of that angle. Spinx, he's got eyes like a hawk. He spots the hole in the defense, he spots the hole in the smoke, and he spams on through to make sure that nobody's going to push forward. raalz and maNkz, they still want to go for this. They know that they've got enough money for the next round, so they're going to try it, but Snappi, it's all over in a snap.
This international lineup that really is helping out substantially. raalz gets the first blow, though, which does dwindle the attack of ENCE.
ENCE. They've already got way too much control on ramp, and Hades is just going to sweeten the deal even further. maNkz, no longer a part of the party. birdfromsky, oh man, not really much of an opportunity, but he still somehow salvages it. It's 15 HP for him. How much can he hold on? How much longer can he keep Doto and Spinx back?
Kristou, the patience, birdfromsky
no.
from backside. Doto can't do it. But in this situation,
no,
he's feeling a little bit lonely from above. Oh, birdfromsky, the timing is ripe. Snappi is challenged, but he waits for the rotations to come in, so he has the reinforcements available for him. Aggression coming through, but Snappi finds two heads. The third, the fourth.
Okay.
Oh my word, that is insane. And you thought that you had to back out of the scenario, but Lyngby Vikings bring the fight to you, and you're able to quash them like the 300 in Sparta did in the ancient history. birdfromsky is all by himself, but he's greeted by another bullet to his own head. The world of internet Photoshop can be at play. Oh, aggression coming out from Lyngby Vikings straight out of the bat. Molly told to sort of get them out of the way, but Doto won't be budged out of position. 3 kills going for that MP9. The extra cash being flown into his pocket. maNkz doing some damage. 2 kill going through his way, but no. Spinx shutting him down, and so will Snappi. ENCE have had enough of their shenanigans.
Maybe this is the turning point, because they've got deagles, they've got Kevlar. Perhaps the heads will start flying.
Spinx, he's doing a good job, man. Lyngby Vikings, I know this is an eco round. I know that this shouldn't really be a difficult round for ENCE. I'm struggling to mouth these words because all of a sudden Lyngby Vikings have completely changed the tide of this game. What? And now they found a rifle into the hands of raalz, and Snappi is all by himself with a bomb being planted onto the B site. What can he do? He needs to spot them out one by one. Sees where, so they can just play around with it. In this angle, he holds it down for a bit, looking for the first shot, but no! Lyngby Vikings! Well, ENCE, they've got a buy to work with, but Lyngby Vikings quickly pushing through. Headshot instantly coming through from Daffu as well, so this is going to make their endeavor a lot harder. They line up for Spinx though, but he has difficulty in lining up the shots himself, which means that Lyngby Vikings are in a prime position to close things out. This was ENCE's chance to stop Lyngby Vikings spree, but I believe they have just found their form. They have just found their flow, and they're just riding this wave to success. Riding this wave to close up this gap. They're doing ever so well. And ENCE, it seems they're struggling to find the answer. At least they're finding another kill here, but Lyngby Vikings, it's a strong performance for them. And they don't show any signs of slowing things down at all.
I love that double peek. raalz takes away Snappi. And they only get to run away with 1 M4. So once again, ENCE have got no money to work with.
Actually, some damage from the only M4 being brought out, but Hades, they don't expect this. He's actually easing up against it. Could find some shots onto raalz. He gets the kill, but birdfromsky able to capitalize on that situation. 4v4. The M4 is still at play, and dycha is able to make it to good use. 1 kill going his way. Now ENCE may have the upper hand, with Doto holding the right line. 1 shot, 2 shots, 2 kills. Doto, what a man. And now maNkz, he's got a lot of work to do. Finds 1 straight onto the next, but he's got 2 more to deal with and make that 1. 4 points of health, only 1 bullet required. Can they square it up? Can they indeed? 10 seconds, tries to find the bomb, but Snappi is there to deliver. ENCE.
How do they play this? Do ENCE expect this rotation all the way back to the A site? Doto still being very careful about outside, and it's going to work off in his favor. Now, the pressure is on to push onto the A side. birdfromsky, he's taking a bit of a scratch as well. Spinx, once again, he's the sole defender of the A site, and this is where the reinforcements start to come in. Lots of HP of damage on the terrorist side, but they still have the numbers advantage. They want to move in. Snappi still not nudging just yet. The AUG's perfect, but dycha's aim is not. He hasn't fired off. Doto, nice kill through the smoke, and this is where the pressure's on to go for the retake.
Oh, they need to go for the retake. Daffu, he's low. They could be very happy about that.
Yeah, this could potentially be ENCE's final chance in this. This was their gun round, and they've already lost dycha. Spinx, he's equalized the numbers, and now doto. Do they get even more aggressive? Because now they must be spotted out. maNkz, he's using the smoke as a bit of a one-way, uses it as half a curtain to draw over his shoulder and have the gun peeking out from one end. But Heaven seems to be the name of the game for Lyngby Vikings. Do they anticipate doto? He's found the first headshot. Almost gets the second, but Kristou's too fast on the trigger. This is where the CTs start to feel a fair bit of pressure, and the player coming in from silo, he'll have to give the audio cue. birdfromsky knows.
He absolutely does. Oh, dear. Oh, ENCE, I wonder if you know. Spinx, does he look in this deep angle? Does he? He checks it, but it's a weak one. Spray coming out, birdfromsky delivers. He's the one to stay alive in that process. Hades, what do? They know they're on a numbers deficit. They know they need to start bouncing back, or else that is their advantage lost. That could be Lyngby Vikings approaching that finishing scoreline, getting the pick. This could be the call they need. Hades draws out the pistol. That's the kill onto birdfromsky, and it's all up to maNkz in the 1v2. Molly thrown out. maNkz trying to hold down his line, but doesn't know where Snappi's going to approach from. He doesn't. 4 by 3, but he still gets the kill anyway. Coming in from behind, though, Hades does drop. He makes that audio cue audible, and now we're cross on forwards, but that USP is done too sharp. And ENCE, they don't give away their lead. They extend it even further, giving themselves a 14th.
The extra aggression from the team.
It's like Lyngby Vikings slowly lining up towards that A site, but instead, no. They actually cross towards the ramp side, and Snappi's there to greet them. Spinx went out on the other side of the map, and all of a sudden, it's ENCE with the advantage. 3 players remaining on the Lyngby Viking side, and they look to push fast onto the site. Daffu manages to deal with Spinx. Nothing much he can do about it. Dycha spots out Daffu, and he's able to deal with him as well. 2v4 as ENCE. They've got a stellar advantage in this endeavor, and maNkz won't be able to do too much about it. It's all up to raalz to keep him and his team alive in this game, but that will not be the case. ENCE, they've closed this game up, they've closed this series, and they go 2-0 now.